I wonder will I be able to be heard at all? I don't know. This is going to be an interesting experiment for sure. Um, Someone's in the chat. Someone has found us already. I should probably find myself. I've no idea how this is going to work out. Seem to be getting out. That's going to be a bit messy. Hello there, Chris Day and White Sapphire. Can you hear what I'm saying? Because I'm on a new wireless microphone. I have no idea how well I can be heard. I think there's issues with it as well. I've been messing around with it on and off here for the last couple of days. And sounds perfect. Oh, well, fine. We'll go with that, Chris. Jesus Christ. This is exciting. So, are we all ready for Christmas? I would say I nearly am. Slightly soft. Ah, that's nice. That's nice. Wireless microphone. Exciting, new, different technology. There's been the addition of some new technology here to the workshop as well. We were very generously given a nice 32-inch AOC monitor here in front of us, which makes watching, reading the comments a lot easier. We'll show you that in a minute. I'll have to move little Obsy bot there. I'll have here, yeah, well, you can see it there. You can see him there. It's all this equipment was donated by a viewer, actually, believe it or not. It's called a T-Bone. So we're trying it out, but of course it's new and it's strange. I'm also experimenting with live streams software at the minute, but I haven't gotten into that yet. But I found this free to download. It was the first one I found. Oh, Guinness going all over the place here. It was the first one I found. I can't even think of the name of it now. But maybe in the new year we'll get into that. I haven't got time today. I was experimenting with it a bit, but I just didn't trust myself with how it works and doesn't work to go live with it. But yeah, that's where we're at. So I hope you're all keeping well out there. This is just an off-the-cuff thing. I said I'd go live before Christmas. Obviously, I won't be doing it tomorrow or the next day. So now was the perfect opportunity. We made one or two little videos here today, which will be going up over the next couple of days as well. So we'll be looking forward to that. But and of course, for those of you who don't know, that a very famous radio presenter in Ireland retired today after 43 years in radio, a man called Ronan Collins. So we actually recorded the whole program from start to finish and stuck it up on YouTube for future generations to enjoy. Played on this radio here, helped by the Cotter. So the two of them were set up here, rather nice. So that's what today brought. And we'll see how it goes. So we've got 7 people watching. I'm not expecting a massive turnout tonight for this. Obviously, a lot of people will be at Christmas parties and so on and forth. Hello, Kerry. White Sapphire says I was just starting that video when the alert popped up to tell me you'd gone live. Ah, wonderful, wonderful stuff. Yeah. So I suppose tonight I'll just talk about the year that we've had. So this year has probably been the greatest year in Odge Nodge. Well, every year is better than the last. So I often talk about we're just coming up to our, I think it's my 4th or 5th anniversary. I have to think about that. I think I'll have to go back to my earliest video to find out. When was it? Was it 2019 or 2018? It could have been 2018. If that's the case, then I'm 5 years on YouTube. I couldn't be that long, could it? Let us see. We'll scroll all the way back to the very first one. I think there's 400 or something up there now at the minute. So yes, we're experimenting with the microphone, which I don't know. If you say it sounds good, I'll go with that. Um, 3 years, so it'll be 4 years. Yeah, I thought that. The first video I put up on YouTube was on the 3rd of January 2019. So the 3rd of January is the 4th anniversary of Oddsnodge on YouTube, which is nice. It's hard to believe that all that time has gone past. 4 years since I sat here in the shed one evening on the 3rd of January. I came out and I had the R600 was set up here in the corner at the time, and I used to sneak out in the evening and listen to the Dutch Radio Pirates. Place the mic centrally on my coat. Yeah, we'll try that. Blow the heads off you like this. I won't do that to you. Nice. To be honest, this is a bit of a faff. If we get the sound sorted out on the OBS that'd obviously be a bit easier. That might be a bit better now on a twisty old head. We shall see. So anyway, as I say, every year has gone on better than the last. Good. Glad to hear it. Yeah, so every year's been better than the last, and let me see, what did I have at the end of last year? I had 1,000 subscribers anyway. I might have had 1,300 last year. So we've at least an extra 1,000 subscribers this year. So the thing is growing. I mean, my first year on YouTube, at the end of year 1, I had, I think, maybe 260 subscribers or something like that. And then into year 2, then it really took off. And then year 3, of course, we hit 1,000 subscribers. That was back in March last year. And we haven't looked back, and it's growing and growing and growing. It's getting the time to do the videos is the problem at the minute. And space is another problem, and some stuff is going to have to go. I've got too much, but these are problems we all have in this game. But it's all heading in the right direction anyway. So this year, we went to the MVCF, which was great. We met lots of viewers. A lot of people come up to me and said how much they enjoyed the channel and all that kind of jazz. We went, I think this year we went down to see Michael in Athlone, who used to have a TV shop. We had a chat with him. We were also in the Goblin, and Goblin was great. And everyone at the Goblin made me feel very welcome as well there. A few people I hadn't met before, although a lot of familiar faces from the MVCF. Lovely bunch of lads. Few bargains to be had, and a lovely day out. Nice part of the world, Galborn. And we also went to see Michael Dranfield, which of course was a great day out. Michael made me feel very welcome. He gave us a great old tour of the workshop, and we do hope to get back to Michael at some stage in the future. Really worth going to see him. Lovely, lovely fella. I also, although I didn't make a video about it, visited Trevor in Scotland this year as well, and I was made very welcome there too, by himself and his good lady wife. So we had a great year. We had probably the biggest radio and TV year we've had. So it was a lot of fun. A lot of fun indeed. We've got Mark in here as well. Hello, Mark. So we have a few people in for the chat. This is just a Christmas sort of look back on the year kind of thing. Although I usually do a full retrospective view on the year just before New Year's Eve, where I sit down, I think of, look through a few videos I've made over the year and what have you, and we discuss what I have or haven't done. I haven't done much this year really, apart from I've been out and about, but actually getting stuff on the bench and getting it out across the line hasn't really happened this year, for one reason or another. Time has been tight, but that's the way it's been. So how is everyone here? Is everyone ready for Christmas? I should hope so anyway. Who have we got here tonight in the chat? We've got White Sapphire, we've got Mark, we've got Kerry Schaefer, we've got Noel Conway, and we've got Chris D. So is the microphone a success then? We hope so. You're not really ready for Christmas? Well, you better get going. Yep, all good for Christmas here, buddy. Good man, Mark. You see, you want to take a leaf out of Mark's book and get it boxed off, because only comes around once a year, you know. I used to be a bit of a Scrooge, but I've come around to the whole Christmas thing the last couple of years, and now I'm very Christmassy. I reckon that mic is good enough. Oh, well, that's good to know. There's probably a little bit of floating around with it still, but we shall see. Now, when I was listening back to this microphone earlier, I thought that there was, it was all coming out the left channel and not much on the right channel. Now, obviously, it's mono or whatever, but I don't think it was mixing in the computer or whatever, but I don't know if that's still the case or not. The thing is, I'm not the BBC, and it's not going to be BBC quality sound. I know a lot of YouTubers go into great depths of their sound and audio quality and camera quality and all that, but at the end of the day, I'm not a gaming channel or whatever. I'm just a plonker in the shed fixing the odd television or that. It's going to be what it's going to be. Remember, I think it was Shango used to be 144p for years. No one had a problem with that. Anyway, I think the picture is excellent with this new camera. I'm really impressed with the little camera, and he's such a funny little fellow, the way he moves around. He's looking at me. It's quite disconcerting actually when you're in the workshop and you've got the computer on, but you're not recording anything, and he's still following you around. Someone in China is watching me. Oh, White Sapphire says her VU meters are looking even on both channels. Well, then I'm absolutely smashing it, so that'll do for me. No, we're looking good. This wireless microphone then might be the way forward. If I could get the microphone working on the OBSBot, though, better. Now, I have actually gone into the computer and I did find a few settings in Realtek, and I think I might have it licked, but we'll see. I'll mess around with it myself. I'm not going to do it on the live or that. But and as for the live streaming software, that could streamline things a little bit as well. We could possibly bring a second camera into play then. But of course, the majority of my stuff is never going to be live. The live is just a social interaction between me and the viewer. But when I'm actually making a video about something, I think it's... for now, I'll always revert back to the phone, because I find the phone is very handy for making a video. And the microphone on the phone is excellent. So there's no issue there. She sounds good enough. But it is what it is. It is what it is. No, I think the picture quality now, this AOC monitor I've got now, it's 3.5 years old, I'm told. but the picture on it is super. 32.5-inch monitor, and it was heading for the bin. This was one of these jobbers that someone got for working at home, and they moved on to another job and they had no use for it at all, and they were throwing it in the bin, and they asked me did I want it, and I said yep, I'll take that hands down any day of the week. Wonderful picture on it. So actually I should show you that now, because there's oh no, the viewers are dying off. Well, that's alright. I know people are doing other stuff at this time of year as well, but let's have a look at the monitor. This will have to go up on the wall or go into the corner, but at the minute we have been doing organising, even though it doesn't look like it, but we have actually been working on stuff here, sorting out little drawers and that. A lot of these little drawers behind me need sorting. There's crap stuffed into them all. So that's, anyone who knows, that's a Ardelius Cornelius in its own right. Now, we get Obsy Bot here. He sits over here and he minds his own business. And I haven't. If I told you how I had him mounted here in the corner, you'd probably laugh at me, which is fair enough, right? Alright, Obsy Bot, calm down. Turn around over there. Turn around over there. No, don't look at me. There we go. There we go. He's locked in place now. See that? Flyback transformer and yoke tester. Well, OBSBot lives on top of that, mounted by those neodymium magnets. Oh. Yeah, well, that's one of my fears with the microphone. So this is the monitor. Now that's gonna look a bit strange, but she's a right job, 32-inch. So she's gonna go there. That old Dell monitor is going to be coming out of there. It's just a little bit easier to see because it's that bit bigger, but the picture quality is outstanding on this as well. So I'm very happy with that. Imagine someone throwing that in the bin. Now, obviously, if you don't have a use for it. All right, I was back hand down. This camera is gas the way it's like a little cat or something, the way it looks at you. Let's see if we can. Whoa. Oh, no, that there now was a bit of a mind melt, right? Anyway, we'll put you back where you belong, ObsyBot. Come on. Sometimes he doesn't. Come on. You can do it. Come on. That's better. There we go. I think it's more me than the camera. I need to master my hand signals too. Was that Xbox greeting? No, you see the camera, you see, has artificial intelligence in it apparently. So if I do this, he's thinking about it. Oh, look, see that, those focuses. Oh. If I do this, that locks the movement. So I think is he locked now? No, I don't want him locked. He can follow me around. We can zoom in a bit. There we go. See? Snazzy bit of kit. Very grateful for it. Works very well. The new iPads are at this crack as well, yeah. Well, to be fair, ObsyBot though, it's the OBSBot 4K Mini. Now, it's not this year's model. I think it came out last year or maybe 18 months ago. So, you know, but it's bloody fucking. It's a great joke altogether. I can't get over it. I watched a few reviews of them online. Now, obviously, I think I could probably sharpen my skills with a little bit. And I think if I had the online studio streaming software, I'll probably be able to streamline the operation a bit more. But look, we're heading in the right direction with the thing anyway. As I say, we can't let the live streams detract from what I should be doing as well. Like, really, what I should be doing tonight is knocking out a few videos. But, yeah, it's Christmas. Only plenty of time for videos too. Plenty of time. Let's zoom out a bit because we're getting too close. Right, so that's the crack. Listening here to the I dug this out today to make the video of Ronan Collins' last show on RTE, and of course it recorded on Longwave. But I'd almost forgotten how well this radio works. It's a fabulous radio. And yeah, it could probably do with a bit of work, but I think the alignment isn't wonderful on it. What I mean, it sounds great. That's Manx Radio, and you think you were sitting in you think you were sitting in Manx Radio when you're tuning in. It's got buckets of game, but the sound quality is excellent. This is medium wave and the long wire here,
This is, which was so important. And obviously coming up.
5 Live.
So
now 5 Live here, I get a bit of an echo on 5 Live because the transmitters aren't synced. And of course, I get 2 or 3 of them at the same time, so you get a bit of an echo. You know what I can't get is when you look at the forums and people say there's nothing on medium wave anymore. I can't understand that. But obviously you haven't got an aerial up.
That was Sibelius's beautiful Waltz Triste. Some years ago,
Radio forward long wave. Of course, that's Steam's in. And as for RT, I think that's the Polish station on long wave, 224.
Yeah, but the challenge I would imagine is you talk about some of the individuals you've named there, and
RTE is so strong here, you don't even need to plug the radio into here. Might get the local NDV. There it is, just at the top end. You can just about hear that. That's the local NDV. That's on shortwave. That's the 30-meter broadcast band on shortwave. Like, you wouldn't fall out. The sound quality is unbelievable. I don't know what that is. It could be Radio Romania International, one of them.
Romania 8 photovoltaic parks and 2 power plants,
That's
as well
Radio
as
Romania.
upgrading the country's energy network. Payments have also been made to Croatia, Czechia, Estonia, Hungary, Lithuania, Poland, and Slovakia. According to the European Commission,
I find Radio Romania International can be actually quite interesting to listen to. Some interesting programs on it. Now, what's going on in the chat? Mrs. Arjun has entered the chat. I did comment, but it never came up. Just said bench looks cleaner, so think you did a bit of cleaning. I had mentioned Mike with Lou too. Happy Christmas, everyone.
And climate targets for 2030 and to step up the European Union's green transition. Last year, the fund disbursed nearly 900 million euros to 8 beneficiary countries and complemented other EU financing instruments like the cohesion policy and just
Oh dear,
transition funds.
excuse me.
The modernization fund
Must be all that dust in the shed from cleaning earlier.
countries in close cooperation with the European Commission and the European Investment Bank. For the next investment cycle, countries may submit investment proposals in order to obtain assistance from the Modernization Fund by the 19th of January 2023 for non-priority proposals and by the 16th of February 2023 for priority proposals. For Romania, next year's main challenge will be related to the spending of EU funds, including those under the National Recovery and Resilience Plan, where
Romania's biggest
49 billion euros earmarked to the country.
right into the mic. Oh dear.
The head of the Romanian Investors Association, Cristian Părvan,
Romania's biggest problem next year is going to be spending the money that they get from the EU. They must be spending it all on their shortwave transmitters.
By reaching the benchmarks and targets undertaken under the Recovery and Resilience Plan and by submitting, selecting and funding viable projects. Cristian Părvan.
Mediul de afaceri încearcă să ducă mai departe misiunea lui și să înregistreze, evident, profit.
The business community is trying to make progress to make profits. Is facing I managed to find them and it was in my house. And I was in my room and I was crying. I was like, you know what? This is it. I was like,
VOA Afrique, ni VOA Afrique, kuna atomate unafera kuna folikola.
Radio Africa or something like that.
Cette chanson, elle vous inspire?
Renouer avec sa dimension imaginaire.
She sounds like a computer text-to-speech, bro. I don't know. She's on her years. She's a real woman, alright. She probably learned English from a text-to-speech program.
Without just
Because shortwave 1 is those television sound. So there's nothing to hear up there. That's actually something I've never tried before. I've never tried to get television sound on it. I wonder where my Aurora is for the crack. And we can see what it sounds like. We can see if it picks it up. Where is the Aurora? Oh, that's probably a job for another day. It could be bloody anywhere. Yeah. Oh, I know what I could do. What could I do? RFL. We can use the do for here to. Let me think about what I'm doing here. Now, let me consult my chart here. The sound on channel 1, band 1 is 41.5. And this will definitely go down there. 041.5. Oh, no, I'm not hearing nothing. We should have a towel. Let's scan around a bit, see if we'll pick it up. Nope. Now, obviously, the sound coming out, this is going to be FM, but you'd think you'd hear something. Yeah. No. Alright, that's a waste of time. We'll try someday with the Aurora and see does it work. Who else have we got here in the chat anyway?
Describes an encounter that he had with stadium security wearing a rainbow badge in support of the
I want to borrow your Aurora. I'll take it, yeah. If it's cold. 23 here right now, White Sapphire, is it? It's showing 21 on mine. It's showing 21 on my phone and 20 on the computer screen. So yeah, very, very happy. Sebastian Wilmer is here as well. Hello, Sebastian. Welcome aboard the chat. Yeah, very happy with the AOC monitor. Can't believe someone was going to throw that in the bin. That's a super addition to the setup here. Yeah, no, so we're doing well. The channel has really taken off in the last year. So we can't fall out with it. All we need is more subscribers. You know, I was once told that if you keep saying the word subscriber in your video, you'll get more subscribers. But I don't know if that's true or not. Subscriber. That remains to be seen. It's showing 22 in the chat now at my end. I wonder who all these silent people are. I should probably give some of you a closer look at the dial on this radio that haven't seen it because it's Newton Arts. How are you, Rick? Rick from Newton Arts. Only up the road, relatively speaking.
listen to you. Come on.
No, so we're not going to do that. And there was going to be various other things. So let's go. So that was the categories.
All right, I was back. Calm down.
Of the year.
Toot, toot, toot.
How do you want to start? Just take me through it. What
Look,
were you
look.
going to?
I can't reach over with the USB lead. It's too short.
Because of what he does.
Isn't that a beautiful radio, though?
He's got this air of invincibility about him now that when Mike Tyson was coming through, just thought nobody could beat him. And now,
Well, look, he's looking for me. It's like a cat, this camera, the way he keeps looking at me. I have to start feeding it in a minute.
I mean,
That'll be the next thing.
it was 6 4 rounds.
I think I'll have to ban the use of emojis on my channel. So, has anyone here been working on any interim projects? Forbidden Planet. Right, first poll of the evening. This is a very simple one, but we you know, channel engagement and all that. Yes or no is only what I want here. Do you own a 405-line television? I want to know. I want to know how many people own 405-line televisions. 50% yes. Oh dear. The no's are going to get it. Who are all these non-405-line people watching my channel? This is very confusing. Come on. Few people must like have a few 405-line televisions here. Come on. Who am I missing here in the chat when I was at that? We have Mick from Tipperary. How are you, Mick? Hope you're keeping well. White Sapphire says if content makers ask to subscribe, it sort of puts me off subscribing. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button though. You see, the problem is for people to make a go of this, they have to get subscribers, and that's just how it works. Norman Donnelly doesn't have a 405-line television. He has a 3D 4K television. I actually got a 4K capable television yesterday, but it's a bit sad at the minute. But it will live. Rick is a radio ham, and as we said, he's from Newton Arts. Isn't that right? I hope that's right. It is right. And he likes the crack. Well, that's all right, Rick. Mark NTL says, I used own 405 sets and Geo Standard sets like the tournament. However, a long time ago. Fair enough. The 1400, I only ever had one 1400, and that was a long time ago. Well, when I say long time ago, it's probably 10 years ago, or maybe a bit more than 10 years ago. And the tubing at the time was completely knackered, and it was a bit of a scabby looking television, so it got scrapped. Yeah, the tube was a Mazda airbag. I got it going, and then there was a big purple glow on the neck, and that was the end of that. Into the skip with it. Only PAL 625 in Germany. Oh, I know, I know. We'll allow you away with that, of course. So, poll results are 11 people voted. Um, 6, 11 people voted. The majority of people do not own a 405-line television. I remember changing the tubes in 1400s back in 81. Oh, they were getting on then. Although I think that didn't they keep making the 1400 up very late? Like even like I think they were making the 1615 but they were still making 1400s as well at the same time. I found a wonderful YouTube channel to share with you, but the problem is it's Russian language, Russian fella. However, he collects televisions, and some of the televisions they had were just marvelous machines. So I think I will try and put a link to him. I'll do it in a community post. Well, I suppose I can try and do it here as well now. Maybe with my phone. That'd be the thing to do. And you can check him out. Interesting fella. Let me go out. Let me go to. Now, into the live chat. Right. I'm going away for a minute or two. So while I'm away, you can check out that channel there, right? Very interesting televisions. I didn't realise they were making hybrid televisions way up into the 80s. So interesting. Right, I'll be back in a minute. Check out that link and have a look at it and tell me what you think of it when I come back. Interesting hi-fis, yeah. Oh, there. Obsbot has gotten lost. Hello, Obsbot. Over here. Come on, you can do it. What's you stuck over there? Now, I think what happens is if I walk off, he gets confused and starts pointing to the sky. Is that an illuminated USB cable? It is. Isn't it very interesting? Yes, you can see the electricity flowing into the phone. It's charging now. It's just approaching 10:05. Yeah, I thought it was rather interesting that man's channel. He was saying that very few colour televisions survive in Russia because the flats were so small that they just didn't have anywhere to keep them when they were getting rid of them. So he shows a picture of one of his videos that he took like back in the 90s, where there was just stacks and stacks of these old televisions piled up, just waiting to go to the dump. So he said it's very rare to actually manage to find one of them. And one of the ones that he has was in the shed of an old lady who owned her own house. And the story was that the only reason that it got kept for so long is because she put her new television on top of the old one. But apparently it's very, very rare to actually get your hands on one of them. Yeah, it's good though that the translator is there so we can enjoy these things and learn a little bit from them, you know. It's hard to believe how many, you think of the size of that place, and those old televisions were being made for so long. Incredible. Imagine a Baird 700 being made in 1985. You know, it's crazy. And the pictures look okay on them too.
Well, this industrial action Border Force today is part of a program of industrial action across the whole civil service and related areas, which is over the pay awards that the UK government is trying to post on members, which is only 2%.
No, it's great that they have the subtitles. We'd be lost only for them. Jerry BVR comes in and he asks, has he missed much? No, Jerry, you have not. All is well. The radio in the background goes back to the 1940s. I think it's 1947 or 8. Something like that. It's made out of some surplus parts from the war. So you've got a Muirhead reduction drive here, which is very military, actually. Incredible radio. We have Quad Play here as well. Good evening, Quad Play. Roundy Mooney made it. Hello, Roundy. Mr. Mooney, it's great to see you. I hope you're keeping well, especially. Noel Conway asks, do I do flat screen repairs? I don't, as a rule, but only for myself. So I've actually recently gotten 2 televisions. I got a Samsung flat screen, which is probably about 10 years old. It needs backlights. That's fair enough. And the other day, I picked up a 65-inch Sony. When I say the other day, I mean yesterday, actually. Yesterday. Picked up a 65-inch Sony television. It's probably about 7 years old. Working away great for about 3 hours. And then the backlights went in it. But it comes on and off. It's intermittent. But that's another story for another day. So, as regards doing flat screen repairs for anyone else, no. Not a hope. But I'd have a go myself, you know. Why not? Although it's amazing how the technology has moved on since the shop closed 4 years ago. I opened up one here a couple of weeks ago. Someone gave it to me for parts. It was smashed. Of course, I opened it up. There was nothing in it. There was one electrolytic in it, an 82 microfarad at 420 volts. And I took that out, and the rest of it went in the bin. There's absolutely nothing in them anymore. Michael Ranfield, I hope you're keeping well. I hope you're keeping well, sir. Everybody's rolling in now. They are indeed. They're all rolling in now. Well, you know, I think there's an early crowd and a late crowd. Good man, Rowney. Those coasters were everywhere at one stage. P.S. Happy Christmas, everyone. Oh, yes, Happy Christmas. The old coaster in there, yeah. That was a total wreck. That had actually lived outside for years. And it was completely full of woodworm. There's more fiberglass than wood in that cabinet. And to be fair, it's one of those radios that should have went in the bin. And it's still not right. There was terrible distortion on the audio output. Now, I think that might be down to the valve itself. I'll have a look at it another day. I haven't used that at all since I did it up, and I think I made videos on that 2 years ago. But she's mainly fiberglass. It's one of those ones that it should have went in the bin, but something about it just I felt sorry for it, so I did it anyway. But I shouldn't have. But it looks nice. It looks nice. It looks the part. Norman Donny says the backlights are not that bad. Are you in the TV trade, Norman? Sebastian says, very neat radio. My oldest set is almost original working condition. Is a Lorenz from 1935. Only changed electrics and a few other things. Very good. I think Michael likes working on flat panel televisions. I think he does. I think, well, you know, that's a sadisty kind of thing, isn't it? Working on it's like, you know, lashing yourself with a load of nettles. That's what makes me think of. As a hobby, says Norman. Very well. Rowney Mooney had one. Never a great performer. The woodworm got it. You know, that thing was full of woodworm, rotten to the car, sat outside for years in the rain. And consequently, I think that the damp got into the IF windings and stuff like that. So I think the Q was low and the gain isn't great and the distortion is mental on it though. I think it's the valve. But so I got that. The only reason I said I'd have a go at it, I had its back, all the knobs were there, and the plastic bezel on the front was intact. You know, they're often cracked or what have you. So I says, look, now it wasn't a very sympathetic restoration with the cabinet. I reinforced the back with a few bits of timber, screwed it into it, and troweled in a load of fiberglass and festooled it down. I did it in the old job. Then spray painted it. It turned out all right for what it is. You say there was a lot of them everywhere, but there doesn't seem to be that many of them floating around now. There seems to have gone a bit thin on the ground. Michael says he wishes he could turn back the clock. CRT was far better. I'm inclined to agree. I'm inclined to, those UHD 4K pictures are fairly impressive though. The thing I don't like about the larger flat screens is when you try to watch like a normal channel, a non-HD channel, which I suppose is still 625. I don't know. Someone's gonna educate me there. Or 720p or whatever it is, whatever a non-HD channel is these days. The processing or whatever that it does to try and it looks crap. I was watching Knight Rider on the 60 or the 55-inch Sony that I got last night, and I was all impressed. Oh, look at this 55-inch TV, and it's very impressive. Before the backlights went out, and they seem to be intermittent though. That's the thing, because I turned it on today, and I come on for an hour, and then they went again. But it's definitely the backlights, because you can tell one side is lit up just before the protection circuit kicks in. One side is lit up, then there's one out, there's one on, and then all this lot are off. And then I go bump off. I wonder, did the diodes get dry jointed on the strip? Is that a thing? Jerry says, did you see Bob Anderson's latest project with a 1940 projector stereo with minimal electronics, so you had to wire it into another TV to drive it? Oh, I didn't see that, no. Sounds interesting, alright. How's Jerry finding my sound tonight? Using this radio microphone tonight, so which was kindly donated along with the Obsbot 4K camera, the T-Bone UHF receiver, and wireless microphone were all donated by the same viewer. So we're very grateful for that. Someone who was very interested in vintage radios. Noel says the main issue with the large flat screens is that you can break the actual screen very easily. Most techs now use suction cups to lift them when servicing them. Interesting. I don't know if that's how Michael does it. Oh, this is a radio. This or that is a meter movement. It's quite a special one too, actually. I've used this with crystal radios in the past as a signal strength meter because it's fairly sensitive for the. Oh no, this thing's gonna start acting a mega. Right now. She goes down, she's 10 microamps either way, right? So I've used that as a signal strength meter on the crystal radios. That is a thing of beauty and a joy forever, Kerry. It is indeed. So that's what that is. And that will actually have a diode on the back of it there, right? And if I connect that to the meter, it will deflect The signal strength from Clarkstown is so strong here. Yeah, that's what it is, a galvanometer, yeah. Nice, yeah, it's a nice bit of gear. So, you know, I can use that as a signal strength meter on a crystal radio. Yeah, don't be panicking, Jerry, it'll be grand. So that is the crack with that. We're glad that the sound is okay tonight. I think the sound might be alright with the OBSBot the next time round as well, though. We did find a few settings in the computer after months searching under the Realtek user panel. And there seemed to be a lot of bullshit turned on there, which we quickly disabled. The Odds 4000 internal mic is okay too. Yeah, seems to be working all right now anyway, this radio microphone thing. Yeah, when you think of the old, I mean, like the little webcam that I had wasn't too bad really for what it was. So we're doing all right anyway. I was just telling everyone, Michael, about what a lovely trip we had. I was recounting a few of the things that I did over the year. So of course I went to the MVCF back in May, met everyone there. I met quite a few people there anyway. And then I went to the Goblin radio show. And of course I met your good self at your lovely workshop. And I was saying a return trip is in order at some stage. Last year I bought a flat TV for £30 as the pick bounced. I did the sticky tape trick and following day, sold it for 170. You're gonna have to tell me what the sticky tape trick is, Norman. Is this the little connector that goes into the LVDS board or TCON board or whatever you call it? You see, now at one time the TV game was full of that. You know, you could buy a load of sets off the pile for a £5 and bang them on for 40 or 50 quid. Them days are sadly gone. It's a bodge to cure. Michael Dranfield isn't happy with that. Maneuver, sellotape and televisions. Undo the cable from the TCON board. Use a very thin bit of tape and cover a few of the contacts. That sounds good enough, White Sapphire. If it works, it works. Sounds like the old sawdust in the engine oil trick. One line of the screen needs bypassing. Interesting. I never got too involved with the flat screen TVs, even when we were doing them in the shop. If it wasn't some simple power supply fault or whatever, I didn't get too. I wasn't all that interested in them now, to be honest with you. They didn't do anything for me. I think only lately, in the last couple of weeks, I've picked up a few that are kind of faulty or whatever, and need a little bit of work. So I've done a little bit of messing with them. But this 55-inch that I got yesterday, it's definitely, even though it's 7 or 8 years old, it's a lovely television. I think it's definitely worth doing. So we'll have a go at it anyway. I thought Mark, that's what I thought. I thought the sticky tape would be to pack out the non-contact side so it clamps down, it puts more pressure on the contacts. Yeah. I used to hate those little, where the little strip goes in and you push down the tab. I thought they were a bit of an arse. No, blanks out the line for the screen. They fall out of the realm of economic viability very quickly these days. My ancient 50-inch plasma is still giving sturdy service as a bedroom telly. Sounds interesting, all right. Now, I'm not geared up for flat screen TV repair here, as you can see. And my workshop was designed not to be this. I just haven't got the space, So I couldn't, a 32-inch flat screen TV would probably be the largest I could handle in here. I certainly couldn't do on the 55-inch. You're going to have to do on the table in the house. This place was laid out for working with, we weren't thinking we'd ever be dealing with that more than a 26-inch Delta gun set. And one of those just fits in here under the shelf. And that's all we wanted. We didn't want to be getting into that kind of stuff, I don't think there's any money in the TV game, really. I know there's a couple of chaps in Ireland that are fixing TVs in their garages and things like this, but really it must be a complete waste of time, There was a fella there saying that, he'd replace a T-Con board and a 60-inch TV for 200 quid or something. And you're just thinking, it's a while, pal, So how could a shop on a high street compete with that kind of crap, Norman's watching us on a 55-inch TV. Smart TVs are usually obsolete before they leave the shop, but I think the problem with the smart TVs is the software. And I don't think you can't really get in and upgrade them or do this or do that with them. You're tied in. I'd prefer a non-smart TV myself, but I think they're very hard to get these days. If you wanted a decent large TV that's 4K and all the bells and whistles, I don't think you'll get one that isn't smart. A TV that lasts only 18 months is not really that smart. Or is it, Michael? What's the what's the warranty? This is the thing. My LG is obsolete without updates. I'm now using a Nokia Android TV box. Yeah, well, I'd rather do that. Marcus F is here from all the way from Australia. Hello, good to have you aboard, Marcus. Welcome aboard. I wonder how VK3YE is treating you all down there. It's a smart TV, but effectively I leave that to the PC connected to it. Much more future-proof. We stream to it through the amp, all right, for part. Now that's the way to go. I'd rather get a cheap PC and tuck it in behind the television and just stream everything off that, and then you can upgrade the PC. You can bang in Windows 11 onto it a couple of years if you want. You can do anything. That is the way to go. And then, of course, these days you have the wireless keyboard and mouse, so you can do, and you can do everything. I far much prefer that approach, Roundy. That sounds like a wonderful approach to the television to me.
A similar pay rise because it only incentivizes those unions to go further. So what is the compromise? What is the middle ground? Is it a blanket agreement across the public sector with all of the unions being offered a standard amount? It might be. I mean,
What am I getting for Christmas? Well, you see, the man who has everything doesn't need anything for Christmas, Roundy. So I don't know what I'm getting for Christmas. I didn't put in any requests this year anyway. I've enough. Of too much. That's my problem. What about yourself, Roundy? Is Santi coming to Cork? Oh, she's watching all right. I know she got me a couple of small things. We only do small. We don't go mad for Christmas. We get one another a few small bits and pieces. That's all. You know, see, some people go nuts and they spend thousands on that. Crazy carry on, you know. Saw a great photo you would appreciate, Odnodge. A 1960s Dublin bus with an ad for Bush on the side. Best of both worlds. Very good. Michael wants more space from Santi. She got me a Technics turntable for the sitting room. I got her a week in Paris. I think we about broke even. Great stuff. Well, enjoy your weekend in Paris. Or week in Paris. I hope you get to go with her. The first year you haven't got stuff for the shack. Sure, not to worry. You probably got enough around you anyway. If you're like me, you probably have too much as well. That's the way a lot of us are. I'm going to knock off in a couple of minutes, lads, because I'm going to go in and I'm going to watch a bit of television in front of the fire for herself. And I'm going to see how long the backlights last on this TV before it starts giving me the 6 red blinky eyes. And when that happens, then I'll have to lift up the old TV back to where it was. And then I'll watch a bit more TV. That's my plan, anyway. No CRT could compare with a flat screen. Probably not. Not on 4K or whatever, anyway. Model trains have killed your 23 budget already. Oh, dear. Oh, there, Jerry.
We can't solve things, can we, Dan, by just continuing to say the government can borrow? Just whatever we do.
They're talking about the strikes in the UK on the radio. It's getting a bit political.
movimiento. Y si estamos alta para movimiento,
Some mad Christmas music on there. Sebastian, can't read all that. Can't read all that. It's still too fast. Too fast. Too fast. I've stuff in order that may not come until 24. Oh Jesus. Yeah, it's a lovely set, all right. Mike showing us quality there. That audio from the set is as clear as a bell. Oh, lovely.
En Radio Exterior de España queremos celebrar la Navidad contigo.
Navidad.
Natal. Envíanos notas de audio al WhatsApp 4 680 688 698. Recuerda, aquí la principal estrella eres tú.
Any one string Joe Hendrix. I think they're very good. I love listening to that music.
Mejor villancico. O bueno, los que lo hagamos con más.
I think they're very good. Anyway. The only good thing to come out of Cork was Rory Gallagher, and he was born on Donegal. Although we chance a point to Beamish now and again. Shortwave has lost his mind tonight.
Radio Exterior de España.
Yeah, good for Spain keeping a shortwave presence anyway. No room, get rid of some furniture. If I got rid of the wife now, I'll have plenty of space. I can already feel that slap and I haven't even got in the house yet. We'll fall out if you keep talking such blasphemy. We'd fall out. Very brave. Oh, yeah. Tellies make good coffee tables. Just a pity the same doesn't work in reverse. Jim Gordon's here. Woe is me. Me beloved. Oh, no. Oh, Jim, that sounds like you're going to have a busy time there. Yeah, it sounds like a bloody nightmare. That's what it sounds like. I wouldn't fancy mewling into that.
Y esto que estamos disfrutando es uno de los temas de Paloma del Sol que, bueno, hemos cantado durante toda la vida. ¿Cómo lo presentarías, Paloma? Pues esta canción para mí es muy especial, sinceramente, porque está vinculado con los dioses y las diosas del más allá. Y la gente ya sabe que Paloma del Sol es el disco que dice Atrévete a ser feliz, a los seres de luz y del más allá, donde estuve de camino por ahí. Ahora estoy aquí contigo.
That's achievable, alright, yeah. No, you can do the surface mount stuff. But it's a bit of a pain in the arse.
فهذا احكي معك كل واحد له الاوبينيون تبعه.
هو تضييع لل
Camaradas han seguido durante completas enseñanzas de educación física del curso, clases de gimnasia y
are not able to come because of the reasons of security and of course.
Seeing Spirit Radio was off medium wave once again too. They come and go. I was told something very interesting about their radio station a while ago and why they're on medium wave. And the reason why they're on medium wave is when they were only granted a license for medium wave. And then when they got the FM licenses, they wanted to give up the medium wave, but they were told that their license, their primary license was for medium wave, and if they wanted to stay on air, they had to keep it. And that's the only reason Spirit is on medium wave in the first place. This is an RAP 648 or something like that, I think it's called. What is it? I think it's a 640. I could be totally wrong with the model number, but it's RAP. It's a fine machine, alright.
I believe the Orthodox Church of Ukraine is now allowing its congregations to celebrate Christmas in a move away from Russia and towards the West. Because in another sense, January the 7th is a very key date, isn't it?
Yeah, because there was the high influence of the Moscow Patriarchate. Where I live in Northern Ireland, they don't do it anymore. But Sinn Féin insisted that they don't anymore. But they insisted that their political representatives took an industrial wage. And what it meant, and they held it for a while.
All the things we don't talk about on this channel. They do, Jim, when it's working. But it's off more times than it's on.
It'd be interesting I think it would be an interesting
Which has been said in recent times.
Andando en julio por bicicleta. Hemos sido muy felices. Hemos sido un hijo, los hijos se educan en casa y se mandan a la universidad.
El mecenas inicial trata de poner hipotecado. Yo espero ir al frente desde el primer momento, pero si mañana me voy, pues entrará ahí dos accionistas que respaldarán el proyecto y el club tiene que perdurar por encima de las personas. Hay varios inversores en el club, entonces está Juan Torres, explica mucho el día a día del club.
Fran lleva la vicepresidencia deportiva, él gestiona todo el tema de
Dolor.
con Jorge López, un ex jugador del Valencia, y todo el tema deportivo. López Montaña. Exactamente, todo el tema deportivo lo gestiona él.
Oh, yeah, I'd say so, all right.
El Valencia, Zaragoza, sí. Tengo la suerte de conocerla hace muchos años, cuando todavía. Casos curiosos como por ejemplo el Bayern de Múnich, que cobra mucho menos, casi la mitad.
I don't know, but probably 10 kilowatt or something like that. You know, the same as RTE1 on long wave. Gits.
What do you do for a living, Dan?
I cut hair.
Okay. And how are you finding things at the moment?
Am I finding things? I'm finding things very. I mean, me personally, I find that everything's got, my whole industry is sort of on the bones, really, in a way. I mean, it's a busy week this week, but on a whole, the whole industry, the hairdressing industry, is completely on the bones. I do.
Oh yeah, the Spanish, they totally wipe out the lower half of the medium wave bands here at night. Like if I go over here. Spain. There's the same woman talking again. There she is talking again. I mean, the national station must be replicated 7 or 8 times on different channels at the lower end of the medium wave band. All over the place down there. Kind of spoils DXing for anything else. How strong they come in here at night. Maybe all the locals pick up the national content by night. It's quite possible.
Sussex, over 20,000 complaints were made about the article in which Clarkson said the Duchess should be, quote, paraded naked through the streets of every town in Britain.
There's an awful lot of politics in this radio tonight.
Put down her mending and poked the fire with rather evident ill temper.
That's radio far and long way, if ever you heard it.
Awful people. I have no one.
Do you ever notice that you can tell on medium wave, on the AM bands, long wave, medium wave, short wave, whatever, you know what station it is just from the sound of the transmitter. And I know that sounds odd, but you can just tell by the transmitter itself. You know that what transmitter it is. The transmitter itself has its own sound. It's interesting. But I know I've tuned into Radio 4 or 5 Live or whatever. Just that sound. They all have a sound. They all have a sound, Jerry. They all have their own distinct sound. I think, you know, each individual transmitter has its own sound.
By the Sun about Jeremy Clarkson's future, and one wonders whether he has a future as a Sun or not. That will be interesting.
I don't want it, but it's like looking at a car crashing the motorway.
If it's taken a week because the Sun were in some way in talks with
Like 909 and Echo, yeah.
Well, I'm sure there have been discussions, and of course, it was probably even more difficult because this coincided with Rupert Murdoch, the owner of the Sun, being in London, and indeed, last Monday he was attended by Lord Fawkes, who heads IPSO, the independent press regulator, who Lord Fawkes withdrew from attending that because.
Oh yeah, up in Scotland, there's 2. Western Glen is one. What's the other one? Falkirk, is it? No. I know there's 2. There's 2 repeaters for long wave up there. Western Glen is one anyway. What's the other one? It's not Falkirk, I don't think. Another name on it. I think they're 50 or 100 kilowatt long wave stations. They shouldn't echo though, because apparently they're supposed to be synced. Borth Head. Man, Jim should know. He's from there, Scotland. Well, Borth Head. Well, Jim will know. Do you find that they echo up in Scotland at times of the day or night? Or maybe they do, yeah. I never noticed it.
Edit the Sunday Mirror and also get the edit the Daily Mirror. I would always read the main columnist's copy. And occasionally, not very often, but occasionally I might have an argument with a columnist because I thought something had gone too far, or was inaccurate, or unreasonable, or even potentially legally risky, in which case obviously the lawyer would get involved as well and we'd have a debate. And I have actually on occasions insisted on things being pulled, but I don't know, for example, what Jeremy Clarkson's contract says. I mean, there are.
All right. It's getting boring now.
Covers from 11, kick off.
Anyone ever listen to James Whale on Talk Sport? That's going back about 20 years ago, I think. Oh, it does, yeah. No, I agree with you on 5 Live, but they aren't synced up though. James Whale isn't well at the moment. I don't know. Was he still on the radio even or whatever? I remember I used to listen to him years ago. When I say years ago, I mean 20 years ago, I used to listen to him on long wave or medium wave. He had some interesting programs, alright. James Whale, yeah. Terminal cancer. Oh, Jesus Christ. Fuck. We seem to be losing a lot of people to that particular bug at the minute. Of course, we lost Terry Hall the other day. I would have grown up listening to the specials and that. I suppose I was in the second wave of ska in the late 90s, early 90s, but a big loss to the movement there. I remember going to see the specials. The only time I've seen them. I can actually remember Ronan Collins coming on the radio one day in around 2003. And he played it. I don't know. He played a message to you or something, and he said at the end of it, "That was the message to you with the specials." And rumor has it that the specials are going to be getting together next year and going on a tour. And I got very excited about this, and but it took 6 years for it to come true because it was in the end of October 2009. They came to Ireland on a tour. They all got back together, bar one of them, and they played in the Olympia, and it was a great gig. It was a great gig, and of course they ended with the song that they always ended with was "You're Wondering Now," you know, and that was the first song we thought of when I heard he died the other day, you know. You're wondering now what to do, now you know this is the end. Poor old Teddy Hall. So another one gone. Won't be seeing the specials again, so. Anyway.
زواتنا نرمي ونكون قادرين نسامح ونحب.
Bad Manners, yeah. No, I've seen Bad Manners a couple of times roundy. Yeah. Where did I see them? The Temple Bar Music Centre or the Button Factory or whatever the fuck they called it. Good old Buster. Jesus, lunatic. Buster was a lunatic. Seen the Beat a couple of times as well. I've seen the Selector a couple of times. Pauline Black. Procol Harum playing a Whiter Shade live. Well, fair play to you, Jim. That must have been some gig. If I had a time machine and I could go back, if I had a time machine, Madness, I see Madness 5 or 6 times here. Bucks Fizz, no, I never went to a Bucks Fizz concert. You're making your mind up, do, woo. Jesus. That organ. Oh yes, no, that they just don't make music like that anymore, Rowney. You know, I like me music, and I wouldn't be tied to any genre of music. So you hear me talking about ska, and I like me ska. I like me ska a lot. But I also would be big into Jimi Hendrix. I would be very big into Creedence Clearwater Revival. Just you know, out there on their own. The Beach Boys made some wonderful music as well. And then you get into all that bally stuff as well, like, you know. And you could be heard listening to Slayer or anything. The Prodigy, yeah. Brian Wilson's gifted, yeah. Some of the sounds just unbelievable. £3 a ticket to see The Damned and Stiff Little Fingers at Manchester Apollo 79. Still have the tickets. Well, thank you very much, Kelsop Brackley, and a very happy New Year. A very happy Christmas to you. And we hope to see you in the new year. Thank you for all your support with the channel throughout the year. And we'll catch you again the next one. A very happy Christmas to you, sir. And enjoy your Christmas dinner. And I hope you have a very peaceful day. And we'll catch you again in the next one. She gets it, you know, and it's rare to get young people these days that get music. You know, it doesn't happen anymore. It's lashing rain here again as well. Right, I'm going to go in for a minute, lads. I'm going to come out. We're going to talk more about music for probably 15 or 20 minutes, and then I'm going to retire to the house for the evening. Right, lads, this is it. And as soon as this is gone, I'm going in, and it'll be Christmas. Ah, there, oh, there. Getting the whiskey. No, I'm alright. That's tomorrow night. Now, has anyone used SDR players? Let's see, where have I gone? What have I missed? I've probably missed loads. Oh yeah, fire away if Kilton Brackley is still here. Oh yes, of course. Dual standards are of course included. Has anyone used SDR play receivers with SDR Uno? Does anyone have any comments about SDR Uno, or is just me who finds it unintuitive? Now, comedy saw Madness in Galway 4 years ago. Brian Wilson's Pet Sounds on board. Back at fucking gigs all down the road from where I live. Oh, out in the tent, in the fucking tent. We went to see Madness in the tent. No, sorry, that was the Marquee in Cork, wasn't it? Oh, we come back to Cork again. I better say nothing. We went to see Madness in the Marquee in Cork. 2007 or 8. And it was really, really windy. It was the middle of summer. Fucking June or July. And the wind was unbelievable. The sun was shining, right? But the wind was unbelievable. They wouldn't let us into the gig, right? Because the gig was in a bit like a big circus tent. In a car park on tarmac. Right? This went on we were queuing for hours. And instead of cancelling the gig and giving us our money back, they went ahead and they did about 4 songs. It was shit. Now, I got very upset with Cork, but I've forgiven Cork since, you know. But they should have cancelled the gig that night, but they didn't. Obviously, to save giving people back that money, they'll just let everyone in for half an hour. Oh, it's cat. The Camera SB is an Osbot 4K Mini. The Marquee, yeah. Burn it to the ground. That's what I said about the Marquee. How's Dave O'Hill? Jim Gordon, how are you getting on with your D808? Oh, D808 is flying. When I have it to hand, where's the D808? It's probably like everything else and put away somewhere safe after yesterday's tidying episode. The D808 is working very well. Very well indeed. Didn't happen in Galway. You see now, Noel and Roundy could get into one here now. Which is better, Galway or Cork? I don't know. Where is the D808? I thought it was around here somewhere. It's not. Usually lives in this area. Anyway, interesting things to look at. Here's an odd baller I got a while ago. Right? Talking about shortwave radios and whatnot. What do you make of this? Stereo shortwave portable radio by Sony with a cassette player in it. What do you think of that? She's working too. She's a bit noisy and that needs a bit of help. But interesting one. Now, I have a question for you. I know the answer to this for myself. Marcus F asks, have I ever restored a HMV telly? I have not. Of course, HMV after 1950 something was only a name. They were bought over by someone else. So for a genuine HMV telly, it'd have to be because Thorn ended up buying the HMV name. Davy Jones and Mike Nesmith are both gone. They are, yeah. The Monkees, a made-up band that got fed up of being a made-up band and learned how to play instruments. It's gas when you think about it. Let me ask you this question, right? If you go to one gig in history, what would it be? What's gas too was Boney M were a made-up band and not a word about it. And then when they did the same with Millie, there was uproar. Yeah. Woodstock. You can't say Woodstock. It has to be one band, you say. You see, Woodstock would encompass so many. So I could say Dead Kennedys, right? My one, I have two. Of two. Of course, it changes from time to time. But in 1970, Creedence Clearwater Revival played the Albert Hall, I think it was. I have the album, the live album in the house, and it was just super. Super. So I'll probably go to that. And the second one was Hendrix and the Experience, and they played in Maui, over in the islands in the Pacific. And I think that was the start of 70 as well. That's a super gig. It's actually recorded live on YouTube. And they're the two gigs I'd love to go to. After that, it'll probably be something like a Grateful Dead concert, you know? Something like that. Beatles Rooftop, yeah. Fair enough, Roundy. I dig that. Emerson, Lake and Palmer, yeah, Dave, yeah, very good. I consider that actually something that I'm getting off the chat and the vibe here is that everyone here in the chat seems to have a certain bent on music. It must be a common theme when you're into all this shit, you know, but certainly everyone seems to have a certain bent on music. Obviously, you know, Michael Tranfield is a punk, and you know, I could. Michael, did you ever have a mohawk when you were a young fella? That's what I meant to ask you when I was over there. And one thing that I didn't pick up on in the camera, the day that was in Michael's workshop, on the side of his workbench, there was something about Sid Vicious, and I caught it at the corner of my eye, and I meant to ask him about it, but I did have more hair. Well, you know, I'm heading that way too. I look on camera like I've more than I've got, but this is getting a bit fucking 10 on the ground. And when I look at my outflow over in Colville, after I left Michael's place, I went to visit my father. He lives in England, about an hour away from Michael's. And I went for a few pints with him that night. And I was looking at him, and of course, he's like this, you know. And I was thinking to myself, you're a bad man, father. That's great stuff, Michael. That's great stuff. I love that. Roundy Mooney has no hair since he was 19. Oh, Jesus. Oh, you went to school with a fella and you went bald at 14. It was fucking mad looking. I won't mention his name, but I haven't seen him in donkey's years. But he went, all this went, and then he was like round the sides. I'll tell you one thing though, you wouldn't cross him. He was a lunatic. Okay, it's time for a little game before I knock off, because I do want to get inside and watch a little bit of television before I go to bed. For this, what I'm going to do is, this is a little game, Christmas, and we're going to have fun tonight because it's Christmas, right? I'm going to play a short segment of music. And what I want you to do at home is, I want you to tell me where this short segment of music is from. Do you reckon you can do that? Good night, Jim. Oh, no, I saying that, Michael. I wasn't going to mention that. Michael Drams, I have Michael on WhatsApp, obviously, because, you know, and he's wearing a wig in his profile picture. I'm going to give you 20 seconds of this, and I want you to tell me where you've heard it. All right? 20 seconds from now. And I'm starting sort of in the middle of the song. Of course, Roundy Mooney has a hole in one. Sounds like your man's drilling holes in the wall. It is a great track. It's a remix of a Cody Rank song called Limb by Limb by a fella called DJ SS. Wonderful, wonderful stuff. Michael Tranfield never heard that tune before. You obviously never watched Father Ted either. Father Ted, back in 1997, I think that was, or 6 maybe. That was a cultural awakening for me. I'll give you another 20 seconds of it. 97, was it? I was 10. Would you like a cup of tea, Father? Sounds like your man's drilling holes in the wall. He's like some Hitler or something. No. You wouldn't get Hitler listening to jungle music at 3 o'clock in the morning. Oh, yes. Wonderful days. Oh. Feck, drink. Wonderful. 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 Ah. What are we watching? We're watching the sports day, Father. Yes. A lot of young boys running around in shorts. But you're imagining what they'd look like without shorts, aren't you? You're sitting there imagining that. You dirty fecker. Ah, yes, the 90s were the special time indeed. Absolutely. Ah, yeah. Jungle music. Wonderful stuff, too. Ah, just wonderful. It was 97. That must have been one of the last ones then. The 90s were a great time. No mobile phones. You know, the world was modern enough without being too modern. It was just wonderful. Frank Kelly's 12 Days of Christmas, yeah. Of course, Roland Collins played that every year as well. That's right, yeah. He didn't last long after that. Party in the house, he went up to bed, didn't feel well, and took a massive heart attack. I think that's how it happened. They were great times. Great times. You met him at Ireland versus Latvia in '96 in the old Lansdowne. We had great crack. Oh, Jesus, that sounds great. Roundy. Good evening, Kev B. You're getting in a bit late, but we're all good. Oh, I don't know, Sebastian. You're going to have to hold on. There's going to have to be a few videos made in between now and the next live stream. We have too many things to do here to be live streaming all the time. We're probably live streaming too much and not doing enough. That's the problem. He was doing stand-up stuff, was he? White Sapphire. I'd say he was a gas man, alright. Yeah, he did a bit of stand-up stuff too, Arden. And yeah, did I see him somewhere once? I have it in my head that I did, but I can't put it together. Very good, yeah, Roundy. Yeah. It is indeed, Norman. Well. Good man, Gavin Stapleton. Good to see you there too. Sound on. I drove your car into a big wall, and if you don't like it, tough. I had my fun, and that's all that matters. That'd be right now. Yeah, they're the only two left now. Yeah, Jerry. Now, which plug am I going to plug out? That's not too bad. We didn't lose the show tonight like we did the last time. Oh, New Year. New Year is going to bring a lot of new challenges to the channel. And things are going to be a bit different, I think, coming into the new year. There's a lot going on here. But we hope that we will get a couple of televisions across the line. I've got a lot of stuff here that's sort of either halfway or 3/4 to the line that just needs to be boxed off. But we hope that we will make a good start on a lot of that stuff. And the other thing that we hope to do is we hope to do many more videos like we did with Michael Dranfield. So, you know, we hope to get out and about, meet a few new people, see a few different sheds and stuff and interesting things. And we've one or two things sort of lined up for the new year. So it should be interesting. Other than that, though, it's Christmas. It's nearly time to knock off. It's been interesting. What did we take out of this year? We had a couple of interesting trips out, which was good. We got some interesting stuff in, which was also good. We do have to start getting the head down here and getting some stuff across the line, though. It's easy to become complacent, you know, and end up with too much stuff lying around the place not finished. Good man, Sebastian. Thank you. Yeah, so we've lots to do. My problem is space. This workshop is so small, right? It's not really practical. Because you see, that's the ceiling here. Ceiling comes down below head height at the walls. So you have nowhere to stack stuff, which is a problem. You know, if the walls were the height of the ceiling itself, it wouldn't be too bad. So we're a bit tight for space, but these things have a way of resolving themselves. You never know what might happen down the road. But we've all the equipment we need, and we've all the gear, and we've plenty of stuff to work on, so we should be able to keep videos coming for a long time. Change nothing. Well, build a bigger shed or an extension. Oh, yeah. I'd rather move house, to be honest. That's the problem there. I'm not going to do anything here. I do plan on moving in a few years to hopefully somewhere that has sheds already. That's the plan. Anyway, right. I'm going to pull the plug, go in and be sociable with the wife for 5 minutes before we go to bed to go to sleep. And I will do this. I will say a happy Christmas to you all. Thanks for joining me on all these live streams. It's been wonderful. The last year's been great. It's grown so much in the last year. Year on year, it grows and it blows up more and more and more. And 5 minutes is enough. When you're married, is, you know, being married is like we don't have anything to say to anyone anymore. The channel continues to grow. We hope it will continue to grow more and more and more. And if you think anyone's interested, tell them to subscribe, right? Vintage radios and stuff. We do hope to do more stuff, get stuff across the line. Keep it interesting and keep it upbeat. And we'll catch us all in the next one. The next one will definitely there'll be a video or two maybe, but it'll definitely be well into next week before I talk to you again like this. So enjoy your Christmas. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.